Okay, we're back. Well, we have been talking about a very special announcement here on the Dove for a couple of days, and I want to read to you a letter that I just recently received from the president of the NRB, which is the National Religious Broadcasters, Jerry Johnson, Dr. Jerry Johnson, who is the newly elected president from the NRB. And he wrote me and said, "Dear Perry, it is my great pleasure to inform you that the Dove TV has been selected to receive the 2014 NRB Media Award for Television Station of the Year." And so we are, needless to say, overwhelmed with the fact that we are now winning this award again. This is the first time we won it in 2012. And we have been selected again as the NRB Low Power TV Station of the Year for 2014. And we'll be physically receiving that award for 2014 coming up in a couple of weeks during the NRB convention in Nashville, Tennessee. I have with us in the studio today Mr. Dannal Newman. He is kind of the operations manager of the Dove TV. He makes sure this thing is on the air and works, and calls a lot of shots behind the scenes. He's got a great team in the room next door called the Control Room. So Dannal, congratulations.
Thank you. It's an honor to be certain, and it's it's incredibly humbling.
Yeah.
And what does it mean? I mean, what the letter says is that we were chosen because we're innovative in our content and our programming.
That's what they said. This decision was based on a thorough review and judging by the NRB Television Committee. This award is presented to the station that displays innovative and creative programming through its daily schedule. And so we are not a typical Christian radio station by any means.
And what that tells me is it just tells me that we're on the right track in doing what we're doing. I know I pray every morning that what we do here, whether it's TV or radio, that we will connect the right message with the right person at the right time. And I believe that this is an indication that we're doing that we're having an impact.
Well, you know, getting the programs, selecting them, and then putting them in the lineup, and then plus the things that we create on our own, like the morning show, that's no easy task, is it?
Oh, no. There's a lot of work, and we have an incredible crew that does it. And I would just like to mention that we have a couple of former interns in there in the control room. I'm usually on the other side of the glass in there. And they came here as interns to learn the business of TV, and now they're TV professionals.
Yeah.
And I'd like to also mention a couple new people we have. We have a great floor director in David. We have a great assistant director in Taylor. So we have great people, and we don't have the most resources out of any of the other stations.
This isn't low-budget TV. This is no-budget
TV. And so I think having the right people is a huge part of that. And I think that God just brought the right people here at the right times to be able to do what we do.
Well, a lot of people, when the NRB looked at it and I talked to them on the phone, they are very genuine in the fact that we are innovative. There is no other radio-television combination in the country that's doing what we're doing from 6 to 9, where we take a radio show, turn it into a television show, broadcast it both at the same time on radio and TV. And that is very unique in itself. They have never seen a low-power station so dedicated to news as we are. And current events and community events. And so anyway, I don't want people to think we're tooting our horn here. I think what's happening here is that when the industry recognizes you that you're different and you're innovative, that's confirmation to us, as you said, Dannal, that when you select a program and you're putting it in the daily schedule and where it goes, only God can take the content of that, match it with the person's need at the right time, and it comes together.
Absolutely.
So you got some new programs you're looking at?
You know, I've been looking through a lot of programs lately. We've got some sources of programs, and I've been looking at a lot of different content, maybe some sports content coming up on the Dove TV. We're looking at some fresh children's content. We're looking at maybe some new features. But I got to tell you, I've been looking through a lot of the content, and what I have seen in a lot of it is traditional Christian TV. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of it I've had to say, you know what? That's not going to be right for the Dove.
Right.
Because it seems like something that we're not trying to be. We're trying to be a different kind of Christian TV channel. Mm. And I think that's what the NRB is saying, is that we are a different kind of TV channel.
Right.
So So we're having to look past some of this, even expensive, well-produced programs, and say, you know what, that's too traditional Christian TV. It's not right for the Dove.
Right.
So it's a tricky process, but we're narrowing down some programs.
Well, this thing is, I'm telling you, we were quite frankly shocked to get the letter that we have received this award twice now in our 4 years of being on the air, 2012 and now for 2014. It is really an honor. But folks, it also is an indication, as Dannal said, of where we are. You know, in the month of November, we had 42,000 people go to the Dove YouTube videos one way or the other and watch them. Now that's averaged over the last 6 months of 34,000 people going to our content, looking at it and viewing it. So we're on the right track. And what does that mean for the future? And let me just tell you real quickly, we are in the process of getting the Dove's new building put together. I've been involved in a lot of legal things lately, more than I care to be involved in, but somebody's got to read that stuff. And
glad it's not me.
Oh, yeah, it's just mountains of legal stuff. So we got a lot of hoops we're jumping through. We will be taking possession of the building very shortly, and once that occurs, then we'll be moving in there and then starting the remodel process. So the months ahead are very, very challenging for the Dove. Please pray for us, and it is a huge, I mean, it is a huge project to get all the legal things done and then focus our attention on all the technical things that have done just to pick this place up and move it. And then once we're there, we have to start remodeling around ourselves. Why are we doing this? The future is content development. The future is developing more radio and television content that can be used not only in the Dove network, they also can be used on other networks. And those are things that Dannal and I and his crew have spent a lot of time talking about, because I really believe what we're doing in the morning show with the interviews and the other types of programs we talked about, that's the future of developing content, don't you?
I absolutely agree. I've read somewhere that if you have content, you're in good shape.
Yeah.
And we are constantly producing content. We have good content coming in from some of our affiliates. And I think the future is going to be looking at different outlets for where our content's going to go.
Right.
I think we're looking at a couple others. Roku was a huge step in delivering our content. And if you like watching Focus Today, it's so wonderful to be able to go home and just sit down on your couch and just start this morning's Focus Today when you want to start it.
Yep.
And so it's pretty exciting, all the different outlets that are opening up, and we're looking at more and more of those. Really,
and a lot of the things that you see on the Dove TV, they are unique, no question about it. What we feel like God's calling us to do is start developing unique program ourselves that can be used on other networks. And that clearly isn't, we can't do that until we get in our new facility. We actually have the space and the wherewithal to do that. Right now we don't. But to receive this award again is, quite frankly, it's got my brain on tilt that it happened again. But they are snooping around, they are watching us, they are taking a look at what's going on. And it is pretty remarkable for a low-power television station to receive a national award, but then to receive it twice in itself is pretty remarkable. So we're excited about it. We're honored by it. But it also, as you said, Dannal, and we've been talking about, you who support the Dove, you who watch the Dove, it really is your award as well, because you make it happen. And I just want to say, we can't do what we do without you. It just doesn't happen. Your support of this unique media ministry is touching lives literally all over the world. And I want to say thank you for your support and standing with us and believing in the mission. Because, you know, when you support our mission, it becomes your mission. And we are honored to partner with you to win as many people as we can to Christ in these days in which we live. Dannal, thank you to you and your crew and the hard work that you guys do in that room. And congratulations to everybody behind the scenes here that make this happen. And congratulations to you for supporting us to make it happen. The Dove TV Television Station of the Year again for 2014.